I have the privilege of having David Kelly with me this afternoon. And in our series, What's New at Parole de Vie, you're what's new at Parole de Vie. So this is cool. I get to see a little about you and you and your wife, your family, and how you end up here. So tell us a bit your story in the past and then bring us to here.
Well, I've been serving with Word of Life since 2001.
Mm-hmm.
I worked in New York for a long time doing short-term missions work and helping them administratively in the office. But my wife and I felt called into missions full-time. Mm-hmm. And so we planned on opening a new Word of Life field in Togo, West Africa. Mm-hmm. We moved to France in order to begin training and working toward opening that field. And while we were there, God saw fit to close those doors, and so we ended up serving with Word of Life in France for about 6 years. And we loved what we were doing. God was doing great things, but just this past year we felt a burden and a calling to move here to Quebec to help the ministry here at Word of Life in Sherbrooke.
Oh, wow, that's great. So what do you see here on campus? What does this campus look like to you? I'm just curious, when someone comes from the outside, you've seen lots of other Word of Life properties. You got kind of the big picture, and I haven't really been in all those places, so just curious, what does this place look like to you?
Well, it's a smaller, more close-knit community, I think.
Okay.
A lot of times, the Word of Life countries I've been to, some of them were really big, and people get lost kind of in the shuffle. What really touches me is when I'm walking around property, and I see a staff member sitting across a picnic table from a student or from an intern, and you know that they're not just doing that because they're friends with these people or whatever, but it's intentional. They want to get into the lives of these young people. They want to help them make good decisions. They want to help them tackle the transition between being a teenager in high school and being an adult with a real job, trying to live out their faith in their world. And so that's really what attracts me to this place. I absolutely love that environment, that ambiance here on property.
Cool, cool. Well, we're glad you're here. And we're looking at you're investing in some of the camping programs and stuff. Is that
the plan is for me to plug in kind of loosely here at the beginning and to see where we fit.
Okay.
And so there's a lot of needs, a lot of things. One of the first things we're taking on is we're going to start working on camp registration and working on helping camp come together. Oh, cool. So all the planning there, and then from there's a lot of ideas being thrown around, but we're going to kind of see how it comes together. And God's been gracious. The leaders here have been great about just giving us a little bit of space to find our place.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's cool. We're really grateful that God's called you here. Thank you very much, and thank you for the interview.
Well, thank you very much.
Okay.